Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are new here, welcome, and if you guys haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button right there, right in the corner. And today I have a new segment on my channel which is called RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 6 Recap with a Subscriber. So we are going to literally dive into the latest episode of Drag Race All-Stars Season 6, which in this case is episode 4. And this is just having a kiki with one of you guys, one of my subscribers, because like I always say, I'm going to keep on saying it till the wheels fall off. You guys are the reason why my channel is growing and is being successful. And just to be truthfully honest, I'm going to keep it real. You guys mean more to me than I to you, because truth be told, you guys have gotten me out of my depression episodes that I have. And yeah, you guys really have been a blessing to me. So this is my way of saying thank you and I love you guys. So with that being said, we're just going to talk about, the recap is going to talk about just everything that happened in the episode, from the elimination to the main challenges, to the runways, to the fashions, to the drama, to everything that happened in the episode. So we're going to talk and discuss whether you guys agree with my views, whether you don't agree with my views. This is my chance to bring someone onto the channel to express their opinions and what they think about everything. So I just thought it was fun and it was cute, because I can bring one of my friends or a queen or whatever, but truthfully, I want you guys, my subscribers, to be implemented into my channel as much as possible. So this is why I'm doing this for you guys. So with that being said, if you guys do want to come on to my channel and sit down with me in the recap, definitely let me know down in the comment section down below and say I would love to join you. And I'm going to just do a raffle like I'm going to be doing each and every recap, where I pick a winner from a draw. So you guys can one of the subscribers each and every week can come on and recap with me. So with that being said, let's get ready to meet one of my subscribers for the recap. First and foremost, thank you so much for coming onto my channel. I want to say personally, thank you so much for subscribing, being there, commenting on each and every review. And for a while now, I've seen you and your comments, and you're so good at critiquing and giving your comments. And I said, you know what? You have to be the first one that I had to come onto the channel. And really,
thank you.
I want to show you so much love, because this is the point of me doing this, to show my subscribers so much love. And thank you again. I appreciate it.
Oh, you are very much more than welcome. And you would be surprised at how much of a Drag Race fan I am. I've actually watched this season from season 1. And I will say, I came on board with you in the first season of Legendary.
Yes.
And I have been a fan of yours. And I'm gonna give you a little backstory about myself, but we can do that in the live. But when you say stuff about ballroom and stuff and like pageant, I get it, because I've been to many of Continentals and Continental Pluses, and I've seen what they do and how the pageantry and the process and how it all comes about. So,
yeah. So you have a keen eye for knowing and what to look for, which is a good thing.
Yes.
This is why I'm having you on. Let's dive into this. So first thing I wanted to ask you was the box with the lipsticks, where we're going to see who was voted out, who voted for who. So there was 4 for Aquaria, and then there was 6 for
Silky. Girl, that was so close. And I know Aquaria was very shook when she saw that. That, and I have to shout out Silky, because I've met Silky. And I have to shout them out, because they're really truly a genuine person. They're really sweet and kind besides what the show, and I'm glad she pointed out how she was almost ostracized because of her season 11 character. And I think that's what happened, what we saw with her on there for this particular time, that people that she was she felt like she had to diminish herself in order to please people. And I'm sorry, fans, we have to do better about lifting up our queens, especially our POC queens.
Yes.
Because it's not fair to them that they get treated a different way than some of the other more popular queens. I'll say it like that. But like I said, shout out to Silky, my Midwestern sister. Love you dearly.
Yes.
And hopefully I will be seeing you soon.
Yeah, shout outs to you guys. And if you guys know a venue that wants to book a queen that will show up and look good and perform down, please book Miss Silky. And you guys, please, I understand if you have a difference of opinion and you do not see the situation, but at the same time, let's have some sense of decorum. You know,
exactly.
has some sense of like kindness to it. Disagree with it, point out your views, and then just move on, but nothing like rude, you know? And then at the same time, we do have to understand this is a reality show competition. They're subject to some type of, you know, thought process and pushback, but death threats and saying that they're lack of nothing and all these other things that are just carrying on is too much, you guys. Please, with all the hate and all of the death threats and all of the putting them down and mental health issues,
the sabotage.
Please, you guys, we need to stop that. But at least Akira, I think, deserved to stay. I mean, to me.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, Akira deserved to stay. Jan was questionable. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna break that down. We got that. So
right.
So Akira stayed, and the only three people that voted for her was Raja, Ginger, and Eureka, and then obviously the other person was Silky. But so they gave their excuses, and honestly, I think it was a mutual understanding. They know that this is a competition; they had to pick somebody, and I think Akira definitely took it as an adult and took it like, you know what, no tea, no shade, this is what it is. She said something about, if you let that get to you, this is when you lose the competition. You know, that's pretty much, you know, how it's going to go. What did you think about how she handled that and the people that voted for her?
I think that was a very mature yet a very coded way of saying oh, I see y'all and don't know y'all coming for me.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes. And I love the fact you gave a different opinion. Loving that. You're not scared to you're not scared to say what you want to say. That's good. I like it. Shout out. Y'all better pay attention. If y'all get picked to come on, y'all better be like that. So now let's move on. We're going to get into the main challenge, which is the Hall of Fame performance. The first person I want to bring up is Ginger Minj doing Fergie. What did you think?
Now, and I was thinking about this because here's where you and I are going to be in disagreement about Ginger. Ginger gave me just enough of Fergie to get through, and it was enough because what she did was she added humor into it. So I got a little kiki out of it, and it was enough for me, especially for her to open, because like they say, the opening and the closing of the show are the hardest things.
I do want to piggyback off of it because first, I just wanted to say all the queens pretty much did good, right? They did. All of the queens did good. I just had to give my critique on who did the worst in that. And I felt like Ginger was the most stiff in her choreo. And even though she was having fun and giving the being funny, because that's Ginger, that's her stick, and it's just, I think out of all the queens, I think Ginger, to me, should have been in the bottom, but we're going to get to the bottom twos and stuff later.
Right.
So but yeah, with that, I just wanted to say that, but all the queens pretty much did good overall. Like, none of them did bad. So now let's move on to her ruffles and frills runway fashion look with the purple My Fair Lady type of look. What did you think?
And I got the Scarlett O'Hara, Gone with the Wind. Oh, it was breathtaking, and that was like you said in your reaction, that was one of the best I've seen her this season.
Yes,
that's one of the best I've seen with her this season. So I have to agree with you there.
Yeah, I loved her look. And anything from a period piece, honestly, I just love. So I mean, I love that.
And here in my opinion, yes, she was low, but that's actually, I think, what kept her from the bottom.
That could, you know what, you might be right. I think that's probably what it was. That look is what, from the judges looking at it, I think if you were to call that, I think that is what saved her. But
one of the things, and we'll talk about it in a minute.
About all that, yeah. So now, next queen I want to mention was Eureka in her halftime show performance doing Madonna.
When I saw it, I was like, and then she really got into it, and I was like, okay, I can see it now. Right. I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah, because she started off real slow. I mean, I liked the look from head to toe. I liked what she was giving. Even the makeup was right, because it wasn't too.
Everything was right.
Everything was right. And then, like you just said, as she went on with the performance, you can see, okay, this is what it's giving. It's giving that Madonna from that time era. It was a whole situation, which I enjoyed it. I liked Eureka's performance.
Yeah, I did too.
So now
let's talk about.
Now let's get to Eureka's runway frills look.
That I appreciated her take on it. I really did. I appreciated her.
Y'all, that is a shady way of saying y'all catch the shade.
She was giving me cuttlefish realness, but I will take it.
Okay.
I will take it, but because what she did with it is, now you got to remember, she's a big girl, so she had to make it work for her, and she did exactly that. It worked. It worked for her.
I liked it. So would you get a tens or a chop? I come from ballroom, so I gotta ask you.
I know, and we have balls too back at home.
Okay.
So, girl, I just have to. I'm sorry, and I wish I had a fan right in front of me. Be like, chop. Be like Naomi.
Give her a chop. You give her a chop.
Like Naomi.
Right, exactly. Okay, so I personally would give her tens. So going back to Ginger, tens or chop for her ruffles and frills look. Tens. I would give her tens as well. So now, next queen I want to talk about for the halftime show is Scarlet Envy doing Katy Perry.
Well, first of all, I'm doing that for a reason, and we'll talk about that in here. Katy Perry was really good.
Yes.
I was really impressed with it. And as stiff as Scarlett is, she even mentions it herself, she gave me enough of what I needed for Katy Perry. So I really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed the peel off of the left sharky.
Love the peel off with the shark. And honestly, you can see Katy Perry do that. It was all Katy Perry from head to toe, from her dancing to her actions to everything. I've seen her do that before. So I liked all that. Tens or chop for the performance?
I give it a 10.
Okay, so now
I'll definitely give it a 10.
Now let's get into her ruffles and frills look. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Miss Scarlett.
Yes.
Miss Scarlett's runways, and I'm upset that they are not giving her the props that she deserves for these goddamn runways. I'm sorry. These runways have been. She has elevated her runways. Her redemption runway look.
Oh, it was.
Why? I feel like the Celestine painting on the ceiling came to life.
Da Vinci was like it was there moving.
Yeah, like she just came down as a goddess, wrapped herself in that painting, and just walk that runway like here I am. I'm here to grace you all for the moment. Right. And so yes, it's yes.
Tens or chops for her ruffle.
She would get definitely 10s.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely
10s for me as well.
Oh.
So next queen I want to mention is for the halftime show is Yara Sophia.
I was so, because when she was doing, well, here's two things that really messed me up with Yara. It's like never try to over or to outthink or out say that you know what you're doing. Or I mean, input is good, but to act like I know how to do this. No, that was a little bit of a turnoff for me.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing. Yes, she had the moves down pat. But as everyone was saying, it wasn't about the moves. It wasn't just about the moves. It was about
total package.
Look. Wait a minute. As you would do, it's about face. It's about mug. It's about this mug.
Yes.
I needed to see this mug. I need to see this, not this.
Yes. It's so true. Yeah.
I mean, for real, it was it.
So tens or chops, would you give it?
I mean, just because, I mean, she had the moves.
Yeah.
So I have to, I'm gonna be lenient with her and give her the 10s because she had the moves.
Yeah.
But if it was if it was a face category,
she would be chop suey. Definitely, she would be chop suey. Absolutely. For me, I would give her 10s as well because she had the moves and she was lip syncing, but not to full potential, right?
Hey, thank you.
She wasn't lip syncing she was lip syncing like she was in the bathroom getting ready, but her moves were on 10, right? But it was that's what was off about it. But to me, I would slide and give her a 10 with her halftime performance look.
Because her yodel. Even Jamal clocked it. Yeah. Her yodel was off.
Yeah,
it was that's the main thing that Shakira. Yeah, exactly.
It was her signature.
And you have to, if you, like he said, if you don't embody that, it's
over. It's over for me.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about her ruffles and frills look.
Love the hair.
Yes.
She's a tough one for me because like I said, I love the hair. I got the frills from the hair, but I did not get the frills from the rest of the outfit. It's a frills for all challenge. I needed more like Roxy Andrews candy, and not just this, because when I looked at it again earlier, before it came on, and I was just like, it almost looks like a pantsuit. It doesn't look like a dress.
It gave you one layer. It gave you just one layer, and that was it. It wasn't like it didn't give me, and I can see what you're. And even the hair, I didn't really get ruffles out of that.
I got what she was going for with that because she was going for a windmill. And so what she did was she layered the hair in like little strands, like it was a windmill effect, so it could have movement. But it didn't translate. And
it didn't translate. And then that's the thing. And I feel like this look would have been solid if it was a different category. Like if it was a different theme or different situation instead of frills, I think it would have worked for anything. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It just didn't hit the frills and the ruffles.
Right.
You know, it just didn't.
No.
So
it didn't.
To me, I would have gave her a chop for that.
And I agree with you. Okay. I agree. That would have been a chop for me as well. Because when I saw the hair, I was like, yes, but when I saw the rest of it, I was like, no.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get into Miss Raja halftime show. What did you think when she did Diana Ross?
Being the age that I am.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I have a very much appreciation for Miss Ross. And Raja embodied the boss to the T.
There you go.
The hair, the outfit, the
mannerisms, the whole,
yes, exactly.
Everything.
I lived for.
I love you. All that. It was all of Miss Ross packaged.
Yes.
Raja. It's no shade.
Yes.
I loved everything about it.
I lived.
So tens or chops.
Tens, definitely.
Tens across the board as well. So now let's get into her ruffles and frills look with the blue and the blonde body wave.
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay.
Yeah,
it passed.
Yeah, me too. Same thing. Too.
It passed.
I wish she was cinched more.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I don't know what was going on.
I agree with you there because and that's kind of why I'm like, I don't really remember it because it wasn't cinched. It didn't give me enough body.
Yeah, it wasn't. It just, I don't know. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like
as Adore would have said. It was hog body.
It was very much Alyssa Edwards about the situation. No shade. No shade. Like she was straight up.
Not quite back rolls, but yeah, Adore Delano hog body.
Hog body. Okay. All right. So now let's get into.
See, I told you I'm a Drag Race fan.
Exactly. Tens or chops, Miss Frills, the frills, and
I'll give it tens.
I would give it tens too. I would give Miss Raja tens for her runway look. Let's go on to Miss Jan's halftime performance. Go ahead, tell me.
Let me, because I watched. I wish I had my drink, but I saw when Jan did the Madonna Rusical.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the face crack of that season when she did not win, and someone else won. We won't mention their name, which I think was. I'll keep that to myself. But anyway, yeah, that. She was gaga down, and we're gonna get to them in a minute. But she stepped her pussy up.
She did.
She stepped her pussy up because I'm gonna tell you why. She was up against some stiff competition, and we'll talk about. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
But when they were going, because she was getting that choreography. Jamal, she was getting that every choreography, but she was looking at some of the other girls, and one in particular was like, "Oh, this is who I have to go up against."
And she said it. She said it.
Yes.
She said
yes.
And we're gonna talk about her soon. We're gonna talk about her soon.
Yes.
But no shit.
Because I'm
Miss
gonna be
Jan was
honest
Miss
with you.
Jan was Gaga though. No shade. Miss Jan.
Yes, she was. She was. She embodied every the playing the piano, the
Everything, the look,
movements, the look, the movements, all of that.
tens of
She
chops.
she. I'm going to say 10. That's definitely 10.
Yeah, tens for sure, hands down across the board for
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jan and Gaga. So now let's get into her ruffles and frills look. Go ahead.
I absolutely loved her ode to Moulin Rouge. She and I was glad to see a different palette from her.
Yes. Yes.
And she
The
and
color
I would have
palette,
to
right?
yes, the color
Yes.
palette. I was
Yes.
so glad to see a different color palette from her. Because she turned that look.
Yes, she did.
I was
It was
like,
refreshing to see. Even her makeup.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I think, and I'm just gonna say, I'm putting it out there like this. I think that's what put her over the top for this episode.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely I'm going to agree with you there. We're going to pause that as a period, and we're gonna move on to the next quiz because we're gonna talk about that. So
yes.
So tens across the board for Miss Jan for me.
Yes, 10s for me too.
Okay, so now Miss Pandora for her halftime show, giving you what's her name?
Carol Channing.
Carol Channing, yes.
Don't.
Yeah. sorry, don't hurt me.
Now we already knew Pandora can do a great Carol Channing.
Absolutely.
So it was no real, big thing that she was not going to nail this, which she absolutely did.
She did, hands down.
And I appreciate the quirkiness. I appreciate the little nuances that she gave, the eye expressions and all of that. I really appreciate. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I would give it 10s across the board for me. Hands down.
Same here.
No
same
shame.
here.
And I have been thoroughly enjoying her this season, for sure.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
So now let's get into her ruffles and frills look to you. What do you think with the skirt and then the pink?
You know what? Let me tell you something about that. Let me tell you something about that. My mother used to buy dolls a lot.
Okay.
And those type of dolls that you don't play with, that just sit there.
Yeah.
And that's decoration.
The ceramic ones, the porcelain ones.
Yes. So I appreciated the aesthetic that she went with.
Me too.
And it worked in her favor.
It did. She tried to do something very young, but also fit her, and I liked that. It was cute to me. I would give it 10s across the board.
And I would do the same because it was a different look for her. She stepped out of her box, and I appreciate that.
So next queen I want to talk about is Miss Sonique, for her halftime show.
Let me segue into that. I have been so impressed with Kylie this season. I have been because I remember. I think it was season 2 or season 3 where she was on. And I remember where, she was really trying to figure it out.
And she was Sonique.
Yes, she was Sonique. Mm-hmm. But we already knew that Sonique was a beast anyway.
A performer. She was a performer.
Yeah, exactly. She was a beast of a performer. Mm-hmm. We already knew that. But to see her now in her true self.
That's exactly what it is.
And now she's living, and now I'm gonna segue into that transformation because she even I think it was Untucked where she said that she had to tape her breasts over. What? She had to tape them over. Yes, I think it was Untucked.
She had to go.
She had to tape them over to the side to make sure that she had that because yeah, I think it was in Untucked. But
it wasn't. It would have to have been an Untucked.
Yeah, because So like I told you, girl, I'm
Wow.
a fan. I'm
She
a
was
fan.
committed, baby. She was committed.
Yes, she was committed. And with the scarf on the microphone, the lips.
That was, and then she that was
and,
so good.
and I appreciate her going out of her comfort zone to pick a male entertainer, because she could have easily, and this is what she's known for, she could have easily picked Madonna.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
She could have easily picked Madonna, but she challenged herself. And I have to give her 10s for that, because she embodied, she gave me Steve Tyler.
Steven Tyler, for sure.
Yeah, she gave me.
I enjoyed her. I would give her 10s across the board for that.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. You? What would you give her?
Definitely 10s. Definitely 10s.
Agree. So now let's move on to her ruffles and frills look.
I loved her ruffles. It was classic. I love the hair, the her is what did it for me. That was a look. Not a look. A look. You know, that was a look.
You know, I liked it. Okay, so 10s or chops for you?
It's 10s for me.
Okay, so for
me,
I liked it. I loved the hair, loved the makeup, loved her being pushed up, and it was kind of like a baby doll dress, but then at the bottom, right? So it was a cute look. I just think it was a lot of frill, which I don't mind because that's the category, but I mean, I wasn't wowed about it, but I was like, okay, it's a cute.
I think the way you saw it, and this is me just speculating, but I think the way you saw it, it kind of swallowed up her figure a little bit. See,
it did.
I got you. I got you. I understand.
It swallowed up her figure, which is fine, because sometimes not everything is about giving a shape. It's about giving a different look, and that's what she was going for, right? And I appreciate that, but I just felt like it was just, I don't know. It just was a lot for me, which is still fine. It wasn't wow. I would still give it 10.
Because the thing about, because and that's why I think your head was there, because it was like, this girl has a shape. Why is all this not showing off her real shape? And that's what we know Kylie to do. We know her to show off that. We know her to show off that body.
We do. I don't mind her not showing off her shape. I minded when it wasn't executed like perfection. You know, when it's executed clean, sleek.
There you go.
Everything was like, it just felt like it was just all. I don't know. I'm not trying to be, because I like her. She's literally.
Yeah, I like her too. I like her too.
Wins along with Trinity, but like, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So, I mean, I would give her 10s across the board. Now let's go on to our next queen, because I don't want to. People are going to be like, girl, I'm trying Miss Kylie, and I'm really not. I like her.
No. Let's get this understanding. We love Kylie. We don't like her. We love her. We love her.
Kylie,
we love her. We just feel it's an opinion.
It's an opinion.
Don't kill us for the opinion. We still love her.
I would still
I would too. I would too.
Okay. So now let's go on to Miss Akira in her halftime show doing Prince. Go ahead. Now, Miss Ross and Miss Prince is in you should know all about it. What do you think? Now you go give me your honest truth. Go ahead. Speak your piece.
And I have to, and I'm gonna have to say this. I love Akira. She's very underrated. This was not her challenge.
No.
Because like Jamal said, for Prince, he's, first of all, the guitar that she did was not enough for me.
No.
Number two, there was not enough of the essence of Prince.
No.
Or the nuances. And even with the little booty shake at the end, it wasn't enough. It wasn't. I did not feel Prince.
It wasn't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Every other person, even Ginger Minj, every other person, I felt the nuance of that person that they were embodying.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel it with Prince because there was some moments where something spontaneous could have happened because Prince is that kind of person.
Yeah.
And a lot of those opportunities were missed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I mean, to me, you took the words out of my mouth. I think it just wasn't the essence for me. Even from the booty turning around, Prince wouldn't necessarily waggle, jiggle, pump. You know, he would just turn around and just know that that's what he's wearing. You know,
actually, he would because he did it in Purple Rain at the very end of the movie. And so, but Prince is what he was like 5, maybe 5'5", 5'6".
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't
that. It wasn't that jiggle,
right.
shake.
Right.
It wasn't that.
Right.
Chins or chops? Go ahead.
Should we say it together? So 1, 2, 3, chop.
Okay. Just making sure we was on the same page. Okay. All right. So we chop. Okay, good. We both chopped that. Okay. So now we're going to get into her fashion runway look with the ruffles and frills. Miss Akira with the whole peacock pink situation.
And it wasn't even the peacock; it was a blooming rose.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it was.
The way she did it, yes. Mm-hmm. And I lived for it. If her runway, and not her runway, if her performance had been any, just a smidge better, if she had gotten those nuances because of that outfit, she would have been at the top. That's what would have saved her.
That's what would have saved her. Not right.
Yeah, being in the bottom because you would because if it wasn't, you were right. You would be right. It would have been Ginger Minj.
It would have been Ginger Minj.
But because her performance wasn't as strong as Ginger's,
yeah,
it put her in the bottom. Now, in my opinion, between her and Scarlett. And we'll talk about this in a minute.
Oh yeah,
those two for me are in the running for best runway of the show of that episode. That because the way she did that, and girl,
yeah, it was honestly freaking amazing. It was best drag. It honestly was best drag.
I'm gonna put it to you. I'm gonna put it to you like this: if someone had did that at a ball. And I'm gonna say it like this: if someone had did that at a ball, bitch,
you would have gotten up and did the finger. The finger wave is the only, it's the finger wave. It's like, you dead. You gotta give you gotta get the finger. You can say you nasty bitch. So it's true. So hands down, 10s across the board for me.
10s across the board. Absolutely. She would have got her 10s that night.
Absolutely. Yes, she would have for sure. So now let's get into our last and final queen, Miss Trinity K. Bonet, for the halftime show doing Beyonce, darling. So tell me what you think about that.
I am going to say, finally, a queen who gets Beyonce.
There you go. It's no shade. It was perfection.
Baby, Jan and Eureka were shooketh. They were shooketh.
It was over.
When in the rehearsals, when she was hitting those moves, and
it was Jan over then. It was over.
Yeah, and Jan was Eureka first was shooketh, and then Jan was like, "Oh, I've got to step my game up because this girl has the potential to beat me."
Yeah, that's exactly what she said, and she knew it. And technically, I think she should have beat you, but I mean, I I mean, we're going to get there. So, what do you think?
She got her tens that night, and truth be told, I do agree with
you. Right. So 10s across the board for both of us for her halftime show. Now let's get into ruffles and frills look for her fashion runway. What do you think with the orange gown?
Now, I will say this, that was truly a continental gown.
That's it. That's what it is. She pulled from her closet. No shade.
That was a continental gown.
Yeah.
However, I feel like if she had to do a few more ruffles on it, even in the hair, to set it off, because they were looking for more of a wow factor.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
And because it was a great dress, don't get me wrong.
It's a gorgeous dress. Her look was great.
Her look was great, but that was pageant.
It was a pageant look. That's exactly what it was.
It was pageant. From the hair
to everything.
Look, I love pageant, but for RuPaul's Drag Race, you need pageant plus.
That it's the truth.
and I needed a little bit more frill, a little bit more ruffle.
I needed some pizzazz. I needed some wow factor.
Especially since she has such a strong performance. She needed something that was really going to take her over the top. And if she had that, because she and Jan were like this.
Yes. And I think if she just did a little bit better in the fashion, she would have had Miss Jan. She would have said,
yes.
Girl, she would have tapped on her shoulder and said, girl, back here. She would have said, girl, back here.
Right. If I'm going to put it to you like this, and I'm going to say it just the way this way. If she had brought Beyonce to her runway, like she did to her performance,
that would have been
shut down.
It would have been over. It would have been over for Miss Trinity. But it still was a good look. I still liked it. It was ruffles down the dress. The color looked great on her skin. Her makeup looked good. Her hair was great. It was very pageantry.
Yeah.
I would give her a 10.
Yeah, that burnt salmon looked lovely. I would still eat it.
Yeah.
I would still eat it because she ate that performance. Them girls, besides Jan, she blew the rest of them away. And even to be honest with you, she even blew Jan out the water.
Yeah.
But Jan outdid her in the runway. Yeah. And that's why I see that she snatched it from Trinity. Because let's talk about it. The girls had this, I'm coming out to say that like this has been the best so far. This has been the best All-Star seasons I have seen.
Agreed. And the reason why I say I would agree with that is because you can't pinpoint a winner yet.
Exactly. You can't. So
now the queens, Ru decides to say who's top, who's bottoms, and the bottom two queens are Akira and Miss Yara Sophia. So do you agree with those two bottom queens?
I do. I know you didn't, but I do. But I do. Ginger did just enough to escape that elimination, that bottom, because the way in the order of how everyone was told they won and they're safe and stuff, I could see it. And and that was for me. I was like, okay, when she announced Ginger was safe before Akira, and I was like, they liked her Fergie just enough, and they liked her outfit,
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean,
it was. Go ahead.
I would have picked Ginger it would have been Ginger and Yara for me to be in the bottom two. That's just for me. You would say,
and I understand why. It was because Ginger didn't give you enough Fergie.
It just wasn't enough, and it was stiff dancing. And then she's just been very like, I guess, and then I'll to be truthfully honest, I probably expect so much from her this season, and she hasn't given me what I expect her to give me. And I'm just like, like it's been very like, like, you know, it's like it's kind of like a whatever. And then I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. Last week when they did the or was it the week before where they did the infomercial challenge, I got my life from her. I think she
made it. She made her team.
Yeah, and I think that was the one thing that was
because she's funny. She's funny.
Yes,
she has a good time, and we connect with her like that. But everything else, it was just like, oh, okay. But I mean, so now they picked the top queen, which was Jan. What do you think about that?
Jan deserved her redemption.
Okay.
I'll say that she deserved that redemption because she is a performer.
Yeah.
Even though she, like you said, what can't she do?
Right. What she's always she's good at everything, is Jan. Like, you know. But
what can't she do?
I agree. I mean, to me, I agree with you. I would think that Ms. Jan deserved her redemption as well. I think she did good. I mean,
however, this should have been a double win, in my opinion.
Okay, I can see that.
This should have been a double win for Trinity because Trinity performed the house down boots.
She did.
And it could have really went either way.
Yes, it could have.
Because I was like, but like, this isn't the All-Star season, so it's only one.
We can't root for our girlfriends, you know. We gotta be like, okay, let's keep it real. Like, I mean, I prefer Trinity over Jan, but honestly, Jan's performance was killer, and Jan's runway was killer. So it was like, oh, you got two great things versus Trinity's phenomenal Beyonce and Trinity's cute runway. You know, it was like, okay, it was a nice runway, you know. So I personally would let Jan have a redemption alone. Like, that would be for me. But
and then we have to remember this is All-Stars, where there can only be one winner.
Right.
not like the last season where there were two winners and one. Which I really love, you know, but yeah.
Okay, so now they're introduced to the lip sync assassin, which is Jessica Wilde. What did you think about Jessica Wilde and Jan's lip sync performance?
I'm gonna be, first of all, let me tell you something. These lip sync assassins have been doing their job this season.
Yes. Yeah. Go on, speak it up. See?
And I'm loving the fact that they're bringing a lot of like the season 1, season 2, season 3 girls.
Because I forgot all about Miss Jessica Wilde, and then for her to come on and slay it the way she did, I said, "Oh, baby, these girls are not playing the radio, honey."
And to be honest with you, she nailed Womanizer for me. Jan tried a quirky, robotic, crazy approach, which did not work.
No, it looked,
and it wasn't a good look for her. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of these girls are throwing these lip syncs so that they don't have to be responsible for eliminating one of their.
Damn, that's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Some of these other girls, I think they're too scared to hurt feelings.
That's interesting.
Which is why these lip sync assassins have been getting away with murder this season.
Let us know what you guys think. Do you guys think the same way about that theory? I want to know.
Because I will say, not taking any away from the lip sync assassins, because they are doing their job.
They have the best lip sync assassins this All-Star so far, and it's only the 4th episode.
Yes, and I mean, look, Coco, Brooklyn, Laganja, Jessica Wilde, because Jessica Wilde she's a performer.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
she did that.
So you agree with the lip sync assassin winning?
I do. I do
Okay.
definitely.
Hands down, me too. I agreed. Miss Jessica Wilde, you freaking did that. You did great. And so with her winning, she had to pick the lipstick that the group chose to go home. Do you think it was deserving for Yara to go home?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes. Yes. And I think, first of all, Yara did not fight for it.
She didn't.
And it was almost like when she bowed out in season 3, where she fell on the floor and started crying when she lip synced against Alexis Mateo.
Yeah.
And she gave up.
Yeah.
She gave up.
It kind of got me upset. And if it got me upset as a viewer, just imagine being in the room with her as a contestant. I would just be you know.
But even more than that, I saw the anger in your face when she walked off that stage.
That was another thing that got me up. Like like don't get me wrong, I don't think Yara's a bad person, and I like her.
No.
I like her. I like Yara. It's just it was tasteless, no tact to it. It just wasn't, it didn't give the respect that the franchise deserved, a platform that made Yara who she is today, to say those. And I get it. Like, okay, she said that, fuck you all. Like, I mean, I just would have picked better words.
Yara's exit, to me, she tried the Jimbo route, and it came off like Fifi O'Hara.
There you go. That, honestly, that was a perfect way to explain that. You're right. It just said that she had to leave, and I honestly, it was the right decision to me. And to you, was it the right decision?
It was the right decision.
Yeah.
Akira fought it for it a little harder than, and even Trinity was like, "Bitch, where's the fight?"
Yeah, everybody was kind of confused and like, "Okay, girl, well, I guess we're gonna pick you." Like, I mean,
right?
You made it easy for us, like Raja said. Like, okay, like
right.
But I guess she's now gone, and so finally, last question: tell me who you think should go home next week.
Who should go home next? Because girl, it's so tough. They've shown who they were, and I don't think they have too much more to give. And that would be number one, Akira. Love her dearly, but I think she's giving all that she can give. And also, and I really hate to say this name, because I only think this season, finally, that we've just barely tapped the surface for her. Scarlett.
No, are you kidding? No.
Yeah, and I hate to say it like that, but I think we just really tapping into who Scarlett really is.
She's unfortunately to you next week.
I'm not saying a word. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but it's I don't think she's going to give. I don't think she's giving. She gives enough. She's not giving like the other girls.
I would probably say, for me, it would probably be Miss Ginger or Miss Akira. It would be Ginger or Akira to go home next week. That's what I would pick. But we're going to see who goes home next week, you guys. Again, I do want to say thank you. Don't tease me like that. Do not even start. I cannot. But I do want to say thank you so much for coming on, babe. It was a blast.
You know what? You know what? Thank you so much. And thank you for opening this platform. And one thing I really love about, and this is what really made me a subscriber and a fan of yours, is that you were one of the few blogger YouTubers that actually interacts with your subscribers.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, you're one of the few, like in this capacity, especially like when you ask questions of your ballroom in
Mm-hmm.
your ballroom. I love the fact that you glean questions from your subscribers to ask you. Some of these and some of them are really juicy too. And they I'm like, oh girl, they really asked that question.
Right, right. But thank you,
but but
babe. Thank you.
but I am really, first of all, I'm very proud of you,
Oh,
especially for the milestones that you've reached so far. You
thank
know, for for your journey that you've been on and your evolution of your channel
you.
as well, and then just your personal journey. Because also, me being a former Navy vet who's been diagnosed with depression as well.
Yes.
So I get the struggle, and sometimes some days I do have it.
Yeah.
So to see you doing this, and to see you, you know, shining your light, and girl, I have to say, we spoke this into existence.
Really? What did we say? What happened?
A long time ago, I said one of these days, in one of my comments, I said one of these days I would love to. First of all, I would love to meet you still, and to have these conversations. Number one, but number two, I said one of these days we're gonna sit and chop it up about these episodes. And you said yes, speak this
Wow,
into
we
existence.
fucking did. We did. You did. You did. You speaked it into existence. That's
Yes.
crazy, you guys.
So this is a prime example of what she always talks about. Life is your vision,
Yes, it is.
and and all you have to do is live in it and speak it into existence. You
It's
never know.
true.
You never know. And there's some people out there. I've seen the latest comments. So you got some people wanting to
Yeah,
come.
yeah, I did.
So you're speaking. So like you said, I spoke this into existence. I said one soon we're gonna be doing this. And
Yes,
sure
that's
enough.
crazy. That's crazy. Well, I'm first of all, I'm happy. Well, first, let me start off by saying thank you for your service to the country.
Oh,
Thank you for
thank
your
you.
service, and thank you for
Mhm.
being you.
We've gotten each other through you. We've helped you through your depression, and
Yes.
you've helped us. You've, to be honest with you, you've helped a lot of us learn about the ballroom culture.
Yeah.
Number one, and number two, you've helped a lot of us look at things from your perspective,
Yeah.
and that's what I love about your reaction and your reviews and your interviews, and and things like that. You really have your own perspective. You have your own vision of how you see it. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
Thank you so much. I totally appreciate it, babe. I really do from the bottom of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Love you so much. Want to give you so many hugs, sending nothing but light and love your way. And again,
And this
thank
is
you for
and this
joining me on this YouTube ride and this journey, because this
mm-hmm.
is just the beginning. Me and me and you and all the
Yes,
rest of you. So
yes. And honey, I must put this into the existence too. This won't be the last time you see me on here.
work.
With
There you go.
with
And it
you,
won't.
with you,
It
with
won't.
you. And so we gonna keep doing
We're
this.
gonna keep doing it. And thank you again so much, babe. I totally appreciate it. And
Oh, no problem, Val. I'm ride or die. I'm a Taurus. That's how I work.
mwah, love you, babe.
Love you too. Love you
Okay.
too.
Okay, you guys, so that is the end of my recap of All Star 6 episode 4 with a subscriber. And shout outs to you, Devin, for coming onto my channel again. You honestly were amazing, and I had such a great time with you. And if you guys are interested in coming onto my channel and doing a recap with me on the latest episode of All Star 6, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. So you can write anything like, I'm interested in coming on, I would love to join. I will put your guys' names in a raffle like I did already, because some of them are already in the raffle for next week's episode. And I will draw a name out and I will contact you so we can schedule this recap together. I really hope that you guys really do like this segment and have been enjoying my content lately. And if you guys have been, it's just so important to know that just giving a simple thumbs up, you guys, means a lot to me and my channel, because it really does help it out. So if you can do that, smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button right there, right in the corner, and might as well hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I upload. And like always, you guys, life is your vision. It is whatever you make it, as long as you make it freaking fabulous. Until the next one, you guys. Bye.